Hi, this is Tech Greens by Under, where I do predictions of the future of Like Me Do Prediction Field. And also, there's a little bit of a concern out there that there's people pretending to be me. I don't know why you would want to do this, but if it's not on our website, it's not us. So always check with us before doing any type of purchases that are out there on the internet and all that wonderful stuff. So, with that said, let's get started with today's show. We got Domino on deck. Hello, Domino. Meow. He's keeping Daddy company. So let's get started with today's show. As I got a knee warmer. Now, the title of today's show is basically the Bitcoin bull run has ended or canceled, or all this other stuff that is going on out there in the news cycle. And you have to remember, most of this is just baloney. Okay? This always happens whenever we have a happening. Okay? We just had the happening not that long ago. So, if you've lived or if you've gone through a happening in the past, you know that once the happening happens, the market kind of goes all over the place and kind of more lower than what it is. And then at a point in time, usually about 3 to 6 months after, that's when it shoots up. Okay? But a lot of news and nefarious people out there are utilizing that fact that we have this, it's a cycle, that we go down and all that wonderful stuff, that they'll do hit pieces and making it look scary and illegal and blah, 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 blah. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, is to keep you out of the market. Okay? They do this, they've been doing this for the stock market for centuries. Okay? The scare tactics. Ooh, it's scary. Let's put out some news stories to discredit this and that and get people, the regular people, out of the market. Okay? Hopefully you're buying right now. Right now is a great opportunity to buy a Bitcoin and many of the other cryptocurrencies. If you're looking for a lower price, and I'm going to say this at the top of the show, we're pretty much there. Okay? So if you're looking for that cheap price for Bitcoin, we're pretty much there. I don't think it's going to be going down much lower than what it has been. We found the bottom. Okay? So hopefully you're getting into that Bitcoin purchasing with your big shopping cart, getting all the cryptocurrencies that you have your eye on, and you have some spare cash, and picking up those really good deals. Like when you go to the supermarket, I go shopping with the wife. She's always looking for the deals. Okay? You got to change your thinking around when it comes to stock market, cryptocurrency market, the gold market, the silver market. When prices are low, it's on sale. And you should think of it in those terms. Okay? So we got really good big bargain basement deals going on in the cryptocurrency market. Stock market, I think, is still a little too hot right now for me personally. I'm waiting for it to really come down and then purchase some stocks. Okay? Buy it low, sell high. Everybody knows this, but nobody does it. Okay? Except for people that have been at this for quite some time and they know the game. Okay, let's throw some cards down for the bull run for BTC. Oh, a lot of secrets coming out. This is the card that is revealing the secrets. Everybody, all the secrets are going to be coming out about the market and all that sort of thing, the nefarious things that are going on with like Elizabeth Warren and all of them. Jamie Dimon. I'm trying to think of all the people that are trying to keep you out of the market because they want to keep the old market or the old system alive. even though they know and they understand that the old system is collapsing, the banking system. Okay, so they don't want you to run away with your money and putting it into gold and silver and Bitcoin. And those secrets are going to be coming out very, very soon about their nefarious storytelling and arm waving. Elizabeth Warren. So that's going to be a thing. Of course, a lot of people are right now. The energy that's out there is a lot of worry. Oh, the market is gonna collapse. No, it's the game, and of course they're utilizing the cycle. This is all a cycle, okay, to keep you out of the market, keep you afraid, keep you under control, keep you entrapped into the old system, okay? And that's where everybody, well, a good portion of the people are. I'm not. I'm like, oh, okay. The market is down. Let's go shopping. Okay? So hopefully you get this in your mind that when we have these downturns, it's natural. It's part of the game. You got to learn how to play the game. When the prices come down, switch your thinking around and get your shopping cart. Okay. Last show we were talking about the secondary market. That's going to be very lucrative if you're willing to do the legwork. Okay, on like cars, houses, other goods that are out there, because everybody's selling off their stuff because they need cash, right? And if you are in a position to buy up those things and sell it at a little bit of a profit, perfect time for that coming up right now. I've been watching the markets and all that sort of in the secondary market. It's buying something and reselling it at a higher price, right? You're going to be very, if you're looking to make money right now, and you're having a hard time making extra cash, secondary market is probably where you want to go. Okay, cars or stereos or you name it, everybody's going to be selling it on the secondary market. Used items, where you can take those items at a cheap price and sell them. Okay, and most of these things are brand new. The car market. There's so many cars on the lots right now that aren't moving. Those companies have to offload them, okay, because they need room, and storing these things is very expensive for long periods of time, collecting dust. So they need to move that merchandise out the door. So if you're willing to do the work, there's some pretty good money out there for you. Of course, the people at the end, by when they getting back to the BTC, we're going to be having a good time. It's going to be the end of a cycle. I think this is going to be one of the happenings cycles that is going to be very, very important moving forward, just because there's not a lot of Bitcoin out there. And then you get that squeeze, all right? The amount of crypto Bitcoin that's on the market as opposed to the amount of people wanting the asset, okay? So there you go. Go shopping. Bring the wife, bring the husband, get the shopping cart ready, and go shopping because it's shopping time. Okay. Gold and silver. Can gold and silver protect you during the crisis? This was a question that my AI came up with, because some of the questions that you people haven't been asking lately. So I sometimes turn to the AI and it pops up a good question for us. So can it protect us during the crisis? Right? Which it is a crisis for people that are not thinking in certain terms. Crisis for people that keep their thinking to the old system. Oh, it would be terrible and it's enslaving you and all that wonderful stuff. But if you look for, there's always opportunity in crisis. Okay, when the gold and silver and all that comes down or was down in price, you should have been buying it with your shopping cart and loading up and putting it in your safe, right? So let's throw some cards down for this particular question. Overnight shift. So I'm working alone, me and Domino, who's left me. Domino's the cat, if you're wondering. So yes, there's going to be a moment in time. I think a lot of people are really worried and they're uncertain of how things are going to be going, but it is going to be turning around in a big way. And there's going to be this huge surge in the acquisition of these things and Bitcoin and many of the other cryptocurrencies that are the market and other items that you can get into for buying and selling. The price is going to be going to all-time highs in the next little while. Of course, gold and silver don't do as well as Bitcoin, but still not bad. I wouldn't wave it away like a rabid dog, but it's still a good market to get into, and it's a great way to have a hedge against everything that's going on in the next couple of years. By summertime, I think everybody is going to start to, even the people living under rocks and they believe the news, are going to be noticing that there's something wrong. Okay, and it frustrates me to no end. These regular folks, the normies, and they're going to be realizing that things aren't right, and they're going to start to run into other assets to protect themselves, hopefully. Okay, because we're going to have a lot of people that are down and out and have no currency themselves, unfortunately, or means of barter. Okay, like gold and silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, that sort of thing. But a lot of the thinking that people are getting into is fairly real. Okay, people are going to get really real about the thinking, as I just mentioned, of what's going on. And I think by summertime, it's really going to hit home that we need these assets to protect ourselves. Okay, don't leave all your stuff in one basket, as they always say, because that old basket's going to be on fire very, very soon, the banks. Okay, let's get into the next thing, which is a funny one. Calming down. I know a lot of people are, Elizabeth Warren said something, Jamie Dimon said something, Joe Biden said something, blah, 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 blah. And you have to remember, all of this is a show for you. It's a bunch of nonsense that they're spewing out to get you in fear. You have to remember that if you are living in fear, you're more easily controlled. You're going to do things that you would not normally do when you're right thinking. Okay? You got to make decisions. When you start to base decisions based off of fear, you will always lose. Okay? Yeah, I know it's hard, but to try to stay calm, centered, right? This is why meditation and deep breathing and all that wonderful stuff is good. And to know that most of the things that you see on the television and all that sort of thing is a show. They're trying to keep you afraid of everything, so you're more easily susceptible to their suggestions. Okay, once you figure that out, life becomes much, much easier. Okay, I had a client the other day. He's worried about everything and everything. Just calm down. Never ever make a decision while in a heightened state of emotion. Okay, so that can be either way of whatever end of the spectrum that you are. If you're like happy and all that, no, you have to be centered, calm, and then make those decisions. If you're in fear mode all the time, don't make a decision. You have to be calm and centered. Okay, look for those things that can calm and center you to make those proper decisions. Bad decisions always happen when you are in one state or the other too much. So we have to learn to bring it to the middle. Okay? And once you become calm, centered, and all that wonderful stuff through meditation, through breathing exercises, pick up some Tai Chi. Use the white light around you. Okay. You will find you will do better and better decisions based on logic, not high emotions. Okay. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight to how to make proper decisions without fear. As my old Kung Fu teacher, Grandmaster Simon, would say, never ever live in fear. Okay? And to remember to breathe, because it's good for you. He had a funny way of saying things. But in this troubled time, calm down, breathe. And once you are calm, you'll start to make the better decisions. Okay? Let's get into the chat for today's show. Put it back to my logo. We got 19 people asking stuff, or 23 people. And they've been asking questions quite a bit. What do we got here today? Any upside this month for Solana? I'm assuming that's Solana. Solano. Yeah. You have to remember that what I said at the top of the show is all of this is normal behavior for the cryptocurrency market. There is going to be some upside and some downsides and all that wonderful stuff. We have to learn to be calm, cool, and collected. Okay? Don't do decisions based off of fear. Right? That's what they want. Because when you do things in fear, you're going to lose. Right? Whenever you lose, it was a Grandmaster Simon. He who loses their emotional state will always lose the fight. Okay? I'll be sparring. Okay? I'm calm, cool. I'm doing okay. And I'm starting to get worried or getting overly excited about a certain situation. When you get into that state, you should go pop right in the nose because you've lost your emotional state. When you get angry and you're swinging and you're going to make mistakes, that's when the cool and calm martial artist is going to pop you in the nose. So never lose your emotional state. You will always lose the fight. Doesn't mean you have to do, not only in sparring, but in life. Okay? So always try to be calm and cool and make the decisions and never be in line of the punch. I see banking and all this on the side here. Always stand off to the side and let the energy go past you. Okay? But yeah, there's going to be some upsides with Solana and all the cryptocurrencies in the next little while. This is the time to start buying cryptocurrencies and gold and silver, because we already know that the banking industry is not in good shape. Okay? Why do you want to be in line of the punch? The punch is coming. Step to the side. Okay, gives you a different perspective of the world around you. Okay, they're doing all kinds of stupid things over here. I'm going to be over here with my Bitcoin. Oh, all this banking crisis and all that. No, that's nice. That's over there. I'm sitting over here out of range of their punches and kicks. Right? They can do whatever they want to do, but I'm over here with my Bitcoin, my gold, my silver. They can do whatever they want. And you will start to notice that they start to beat themselves up, which is fun to watch. Keep this in mind as we move along through time. Okay, but yeah, there's some upsides for the cryptocurrency market as a whole. You got rainy weather. We've had a little bit of snow too in Winnipeg. Imagine one. You mentioned that Velo Labs will dip at some point around 0.017 Canadian. How soon will that happen? Probably fairly soon. We're going to have up and down, and it's going to be within the next month. It's going to be doing all kinds of wonderful things. As I've said at the beginning of the show, if you missed it, market's going to go all over the road. This is the time to accumulate. Don't wait for the best price. This is the time to get it. Okay? Steven throws some cards down for that. Yeah, right now the health of everything is all over the road. Normal. The price is going to be getting much better. You want the downside, and that's going to be happening fairly soon. We're going to be getting some lower prices in the next week or something like that, and I think it's going to start to climb back up as we get into 3 months past the halvening, which always happens. So pretty much the message for many of the cryptocurrencies here is get the shopping cart, load up right now. Okay, I keep saying that. Now is the time. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. A bank failed on Friday. I remember watching that. When will things hit the fan this year? They're already hitting the fan. You have to remember, not everything happens at once. Everybody's looking for one single point where everything is going to happen. It always happens slowly. A couple of months ago, all those banks, the Silicon Bank and all them, was pretty much the indicator of what's going to be happening with the whole thing. It's good. It's something that slowly happens. It's like watching a car collision in slow motion. Okay, when the bank started to collapse a couple months ago, that's our opportunity to grab our stuff and put it over here and allow the banking industry do whatever it wants to do. Oh, nice. Cool. They're beating themselves up. The perfect. I like using Kung Fu analogy. Don't be in line of the punch. So if they're punching over there, be over here. Don't have all your stuff over there. Then you're not as worried, right? As we always say that, and of course it's going to be summer time when we're going to start to really notice everything. But it's already been happening. The shit has already been hitting the fan. Unless you've been living under a rock or something, it's already here. It's the boiling frog scenario. How do you cook a frog? You turn up the heat slowly. So what me and the wife do, there's the fast money and this and everything else. The fast money is our bills and daily stuff. That's in the bank. Everything else is into other things, like cryptocurrencies, gold and silver. Don't have to make it overly complex. So summertime, we're going to start this. Really notice it. Okay? Thank you for that question. Hi, Andre. Wife is going to stall a market on Wednesday. Oh, okay. Do you think it will go well? Well, if you do that thing I said at the beginning of the show of secondary markets, and this is all markets, so if she's doing arts and crafts, fruits and vegetables and all that sort of thing, will do well. Just have to remember to buy a low, sell it at a higher price, and you're going to be just fine, and making sure that it's actually something that people want. Okay? The wife sells arts and crafts stuff all the time. It's a good market. I'm not saying that's what your wife is going to be doing, but just an idea. There's going to be an end of a cycle for your wife and starting to stall and all that other stuff, making sure that you pay attention to the items that people want and sell it at a good price and find a good source for those products. If that's what she's doing, I'm thinking that the money is going to be a little lackluster in the very beginning, but once she figures that out, or both of you figure that out, what do people want? Try to give it to them at a good fair price and find a person for that. And it's something in business that the bigger companies tend to forget, like Disney and Games Workshop. If you're from the UK, the customer is always right. And if the customer's not happy, they're not going to be buying from you. Just basic logic. And I think you're going to be doing fine. It's going to be a nice learning opportunity for you to make some pretty good money once you figure those things out. Okay? Customers want this, we'll give them that. Customers always right, and try to find a good source of product and sell it at a good price, and she's going to do just fine. Okay? Thank you for that question. Hopefully that helps you out. Any upside on XMR, Matic, Link, Litecoin, DOT in the next 6 weeks? Yeah. It's just doing the cycle right now. All the cryptocurrencies are doing the cycle. Right. This always happens when we have a happening. So all these cryptocurrencies that you just asked about will go up. Might not be completely within that 6 week period. It's going to be in a short period of time, and then they're going to. So hopefully you're buying many of these cryptocurrencies. Many of them are fairly good, and they're going to be going sky high in the next little while. Don't give in to the fear. This is the time you buy your cryptocurrencies. You put them in your shopping cart. You put them in your wallet, cold storage wallet, which is supposed to be a no-no right now. Another fear tactic. And you sit on it. You grab some coffee. And you watch some Doctor Who on TV. Not the new one, the old stuff. Because the new stuff is horrible. Anyways, so yes, it's going to be in the next 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 100 weeks. It's going to do very, very well. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Hong Kong ETFs approved. When will they go into Ethereum and Bitcoin? The Hong Kong, I think it's in like 3 weeks or 3 days or something like that. There's a number 3 with that. I think it's already been approved. according to the news that I listen to every morning on TMI. And it's going to be a very good boon to many of these cryptocurrencies moving forward. And they have an Ethereum ETF and they have a Bitcoin ETF up for sale. So, especially with China and all that wonderful stuff, it's going to be a lot of money coming into our cryptocurrency market. And gold and silver, too. The Chinese people love their gold and silver as well. So, get ready. Just at the time with your shopping cart. Okay? Thank you for that question. We already doing the funny thing. Yes, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. For better refunds, Doble on Mars or Bonk. They're fairly close to one another price-wise. And their performance, I think, if I was going to choose just one, of course, I don't get into the meme coins. Meme coins can make you a lot of money in the short term. Okay? In the long term, they don't. If I remember back in the last big bull run, there was red coin and blue coin and this coin and that coin, and they were supposed to be taking over Bitcoin's spot. Blah, 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 blah. And then they all disappeared. Happens every time. Okay? Good for the short term. I think Bonk is going to be running into some situations that it can't get itself out of after 2-3 months. And it's going to be going down. And there's a bit of a rug pull. I don't like Bonk. Doge on Mars, same sort of thing in the next little while. The health of it is going to be okay during the next bull run. And they're going to be making quite a bit of money. And I think it's going to go up quite significantly in the next little while, but only for a brief period of time. Then it's probably going to disappear. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Doge on Mars for the win. Well done for reaching 7,000 subscribers. Thank you. I've been sitting at 6,900 and something subscribers for a long time. I've been doing changes behind the scenes here at SecretGreensByAndre.com, and it's paying off. Okay? But thank you for that. My goal is 10,000 by Christmas. Around in there, and the wife's already picking out a design for the Bitcoin the YouTube logo. They don't have a plaque or anything for 10,000, so but you can find a design and you can print out one of your own. We have our resin printer and our regular PSA or PLA printer in the other room. So we can print up our own, and I'll put it up here or something for everybody to see. It's bronze. Okay, but thank you for that. Hi, Andre. Can you give us a 3-card rating on the stock market and cryptocurrency in December 2024? Yeah, sure. Again, like I said at the top of the show, we're going through a cycle. So the regular market is going to be, it's not going to be too healthy in that period of time. There is going to be some things coming into play. in the next little while. And that'll start to bring it back up because they could be pumping in the money. They can't do anything. They just got to let it die. The old stock market. And then it'll collapse. Beep, and then you can get your shopping cart. Okay? For the cryptocurrency market, it's going to go down a little bit. Pretty much we found the bottom right now. And then it's going to be recovering much, much faster than the old stock market. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Don't worry. Buy crypto. Somebody's asking, Charles Belvin was asking about a flame reading. Sure. How many questions we got here? Okay. And we got the PayPal. Okay. Let's get to work here. Be serious, right? Okay. Not much of a picture, but that's okay. Spirit gives you exactly what you need for the moment in time. The universal mind will give you all the information you need from Mr. Charles Bovens. Okay? Doesn't look like much, but there's a lot there. Let's have a look. There's a little dog head here. So there's going to be a moment in time where you're going to be sniffing out something in the next little while. And you're wondering if it's going to be, it's a dog being curious and sniffing around, okay? Looking at different things, looking at different scenarios and all that sort of thing. And you're going to be hitting on something that's going to be very, very beneficial to you and your family coming up very, very soon. And you're going to be hitting on some opportunities in the next little while that are going to be paying off for you in a big way. You just have to be calm, cool, collected, and you're going to be thinking in different ways, right? There's a laurel around the dog, kind of a symbology of royalty and all that sort of thing. I'm not saying that you're royalty, but it's from a higher plane of existence that you're going to be getting this information. So, you walk it along when you're doing your day-to-day, and then this idea hits you out of the blue. Sometimes that's the universe going, hey, wake up. Pay attention. And when you start to do that, you start to get into a whole new mode of things, and that's where you're going to be headed in the next little while. You're going to be looking around, and you're going to find something that really, really clicks. Okay? Okay, what do we got here? We got something with the eye. There may be an eye problem on the right side. So make sure, or you or somebody around you is going to have a situation with the eyes. So pay attention to that particular situation. Make sure you get checked out in a good way with an actual doctor. Because it's going to be problematic coming up. So just get that checked out when it does happen. It could be you or somebody very close to you that's going to be having some eye problems. So make sure you take care of that. There's going to be some information. There's a bird here coming in, landing. Some information that you've been waiting on is going to be coming in very, very, very soon. Okay, and you're going to be capitalizing on that information in a good way. So it could be the thing the dog is sniffing, looking around. and that's going to be coming very, very soon. It's going to hit you like a bolt of lightning. Hmm. There's going to be a new job or something like that. We're going to be a lot of physical labor in the next little while. So, job, not a bad thing. Even a side job where you're going to be moving things, not a bad thing. You're going to be a little bit worn out from the job, whatever it is. Could be a little side job, could be um, a side time deal or something like that that's going to be coming along. Nothing wrong with that. The last corner here, we got that you're going to be moving from one state into another, and you're going to be capitalizing on that particular situation in a big way. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. I like doing flame readings; they're a lot of fun. You can try it too. Just don't burn down the house. If the banks will be on fire, as you said, will the internet interest then increase? Interest in cryptocurrencies will increase. Banks will just steal your money and run away. But yeah, interest in other things is going to be outside of the banking industry is going to increase in a big way. Okay. Three cards, please, on my ex-partner being more honest. Interesting. I'm already getting some information on that. I think he's realized that whatever the scenario that it was that made him your ex was his particular situation, and he's trying to, in a roundabout way, amend for these things. Sometimes men or partners that we've had in the past don't outrightly say sorry, but they'll do other things to show you that they're sorry. Depends if they are motivated by emotion or other things. Okay. He knows that he did the wrong and all that sort of thing, and he's trying to amend for these things. So he's going to be trying to do roundabout things, and one of those is being honest. Okay. Sometimes men can't come out and say it. Okay. And I think that's what you're seeing or observing right now. Don't get locked in there, but observe it from a distance. Go, okay. And allow them to do whatever they want to do within reason. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Jerome. Hello, Jerome. It's been a while. How's my next couple of weeks gonna go if I'm a good boy? Jerome being a nice boy? I've known you for too long. Just have to, it's just, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be doing all kinds of wonderful things. You're going to be getting into a new direction that's going to be very beneficial to you. Okay? Be calm, cool. Don't lose your cool. Keeping it simple. Universe is going to show you the way of how to move through this bunch of weeds that you find yourself in, and you're going to be finding it with a female energy that's along with that's going to be helping you out of those weeds in the next little while. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. When do I think the stock market will be down? It's going to be summer time going into 2026. We've done that one quite a few times. Another AI predicts Shiba Inu at 10 cents at the end of 2025. How good are these AI at predicting crypto? They're not bad depending on how you program them. I use AI all the time. I don't let it do all my work for me. Predictive, it's okay, but I wouldn't rely upon it. It'll give, you have to remember AI is only there to do all the grunt work. Okay? And then you, as a thinking person, have to look at the information that they give you and make a be discerning about the information that it's giving you. It's not quite at the point where it can make really good predictions yet. Not, it's in the ballpark, but I don't think it's going to get to 10 cents by the end of 2025. Maybe 2 to 3 cents. It's going to be close to 2026, 2027. Okay? And I think I've been saying that all along. AI is good, but it's not quite amazing. I'm not worried about it replacing me anytime soon. Can you please say your price prediction for 2 Moon? It's the metaverse of Moon, where you can also buy and sell NFTs from the Moon. Plus, also, they have a launch pad. Could it get to 5 cents? It can get to 5 cents, but it's not going to be anytime soon. It's going to be in 2026, 2027, in that period of time. I think it's going to do okay for the NFTs. I think the NFT market will come back, but not in the way people are thinking. It's not going to be about Bored Apes and all that sort of thing. It's going to be more for documents. That's where the big money is for NFTs. Storing information in a document form or pictures and that sort of thing for business. That's where the big money is going to be for NFTs. Okay, so in this metaverse type of scenario, I think it's going to do okay because you're storing items on the metaverse itself, and I think it's going to do very, very well. Okay, and yes, it'll get to that 5 cents. Hello, Andre. Can I get a 3-card rating on the medium I met during court? You have a medium in a court? 17th of April. You want to know about the medium themselves? Okay. Mediums are rare, kind of. But of course, if you've run in the circles that I run in, they seem to be everywhere. But that's the small niche group that I belong to. Normally, it's not that common. Look for proof of survival when you meet with them again. I don't think they're actually tapping into that part of the universe, the other side. I think they're tapping into something else. So a proof of survival is when a medium brings forth an uncle or aunt or something that's from the other side to you, they have to give you proof of survival. So if you ever meet them again, have them do a proof of survival, something that you and the other person would only know. Okay? I'm picking up that they may, I think they're tapping into something else other than the other side. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Hi, Andre. Do you think that Zen and Titax will do 1,000 times from here? Tanks? How do you pronounce that? So the first one, Zen, I think it's going to do okay. I don't think it's going to do 1,000 times, maybe 200 or 300 times what it is right now. This other one, oh boy, the tower. I think it's going to be not as good. Okay. This other one that I've never heard of, I think it's not going to do as well as you think it's going to do. Okay. Don't put everything in one basket unless it's Bitcoin. Okay. Put a little bit in there. It'll do better, but it's not going to be 1,000 times. The last one. Zen, I think it's going to be 400 or 500 times from where it is today. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. What about Wojak? Another meme coin. You think it's a 10-cent coin? No. Maybe 3 or 4 cents. It's probably like 0.0001 of those coins where they make way too many coins for the market and they don't have any value because it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Death. I don't think it's going to do as well as you think it's going to do. For these, just buy Bitcoin. It's much better. This, I think it'll do okay for a short period of time, for like 2-3 months, and then it's going to probably disappear. Where'd it go? Where'd Wojak go? Oh, I thought for a second it was Kojak. So hopefully that helps you out. Our food here in France is cheap, but we are getting wild electricity bills. Do they really expect us to pay these bills over 1,000 euros? What is going on? Mostly non-French get these. That's that whole part, like France and all that sort of thing. European nation was relying upon other countries for their power and energy and all that sort of thing. And with Russia and other things going on, it's going to be it's just an excuse to bring the prices of everything up. Okay. Plus our money sucks. That's why we're getting these wild bills. And there's a little bit of gouging and all that sort of thing. Yes, they do think that you're going to be paying that. Okay? And it's not until the people stand up and demand a certain situation, which is probably going to be happening very, very soon, again in France, or continued in France and most of the European nations. This is the time of change. Or you need that change. And this is where he should be standing side by side with the farmers going. And changing things for the better for worldwide, right? So, and of course, the food prices are going to be going up quite considerably everywhere, not just here in Canada. Hopefully that helps you out. I can't get too much into politics here. Silver Geek. Again, which we've discussed previously, making decisions based off of fear. Okay, I think it's going to be detrimental to you if you continue to do that. Become cool, collected, and I think start to make decisions from that point of view. Have confidence in yourself, and I think the businesses that you've been putting off, you should be getting really grinding into them. Okay, it's going to be a long journey, and I think most of the journey is yourself in a big way, which is everybody's story. Um, getting out of your own way for your own success, and that's a great lesson for everybody. Um, Sometimes you are your worst enemy. I do that. Um, but you have to get to the point where you just start doing things, um, have a plan and start implementing them, and don't wait on the sidelines and not expecting something else to come along to do it for you. You have to get out there and do it for yourself. And I think you're going to be getting into this situation where you're going to have no choice to do that. Okay? Get to work. Thank you for that. And I hope that helps you out. How many weeks? Oh, 5, 6 weeks. Will Stat Link lose? I'm thinking that's Starlink. Lose 4 zeros by 2026. Lifespan of it. What's the lifespan of it? 5 years is going to be the lifespan of Starlink, I guess you're trying to spell out there. 4 zeros, no, it's going to be about 2 and a bit. Okay? That's going to be losing in that time period. Okay? Thank you for that. A lot of people talking about thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. Okay. Flip. How will perform the Algorand AK Multiverse X for long term 2026 to 2028? I think this one is going to be one of the bigger of the cryptocurrencies of that genre. Okay, there's going to be tons that are coming out, but I think for that genre, it's going to do very, very well in that time period, and something that you should put a little bit into. Not everything, just a little bit, and you're going to do just fine. Okay, thank you for that. Hi, Andre. 3 cards for my health, please. I feel weak or for weeks now, like I have an infection or something. Do you think I need to check my blood, or does it get better with the natural remedies I take? Well, first thing I'm picking up that there's some type of stress that's bringing your health level down. And you have to remember to breathe, be calm, and all that sort of thing. Yes, your natural remedies and all that sort of thing will bring you through that. I think it's just a momentary situation that you find yourself in. Make sure that you're eating right, doing all the right things and all that sort of thing, getting the sleep, and try to not live in any type of stress. Okay. And I think once you start to do that and pay attention to that and don't get stressed out about trying to do all that, then I think it will subside in about 4 or 5 weeks from now. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. No, I didn't do cards for you. It's probably going to be the same thing that I just did. Yeah, pretty much what I had just said. And you're going to look to other remedies and all that sort of thing to help you through that. It's where there's a lot of people who did the thing around you, it's going to be affecting a lot of people. Okay, even if you never did it, if you're around those people, you need to protect yourself against that. Okay, just saying, and you'll be just fine. Can you give 3 cards for loan interest rates for the rest of the year? Oh boy, that's a whole show in of itself. The bond market and all that is it's our and what they're showing you right now is a lot of smoke and mirrors. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to the guy behind the curtain, if you know what I'm talking about. Everything is just fine. We will get through this, but it's going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, interest loans, bonds, all that sort of thing. It's not going to be too healthy for the rest of the year. Okay, so try to not be in line with the bunch. Try to be onto the side if you can. Okay, thank you for that. Any peak targets for green Bitcoin and Scotty AI? Scotty AI, I think it's just the meme coin and all that wonderful stuff. It will do okay the next little while. But for a short period of time, and then it's going to disappear. Gone. Green Bitcoin, same sort of thing. It's been around for a long time, but I don't think it's going to be overtaking the actual Bitcoin or anything like that. But it's going to do okay for the next little while. And you're going to be making okay money with those two things. Okay? Ooh. And a 3-card reading. Hopefully you're still here. For Shock Bear. Forgive me for mispronouncing that. The health of everything going on right now, you're going to be in the celebration of great health and all that sort of thing. You're actually a fairly calm person, which is actually perfect. Financially, going to be finding new gains in the next little while. Things that you've been looking at are going to be paying off for you in the long run. And there's going to be a lot of people around you that aren't going to be listening to you, and they're going to be doing other things and not listening to your advice. Okay. But you eventually they're going to be coming back around and, what are you doing? How are you making that money? Usually after the fact that they come and figure it out with you, right? So hopefully that helps you out. In your last video, did you mean BCH $500, $600 during this summer? Bitcoin Cash, yes. 2024, 2025. In that period of time, it's going to be going up quite a bit in the next little while. Okay, so hopefully that helps everybody out for today's show. Where am I? There we go. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Right. Hang on a second. Boop. There we go. If you would like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to secretreadsbyandrew.com where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my Reiki Master Wife, that information is also on our website. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you go to our secretreadsbyandrew.com where we sell the Treasure Cold Storage Wallet. And of course, if there's any other Andres out there claiming to be me, always refer back to the website because all the stuff that we have for sale is on our website, nowhere else. Okay, so with that in mind, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.